Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new day. It is Wednesday afternoon and what do you know? Snow flurries are starting to come down very lightly and very little bit. But it's been a cloudy day. It's 27 degrees, feels like 16, so it's not too bad. As you can see on the house there, we've got some icicles. So yeah, the snow is sticking. All the trees still have snow on them because it has been cold enough to keep the snow on there. Yeah, it hasn't warmed up. Tomorrow the high is only going to be like 15 degrees. That's going to be the high. So I'm guessing, and it's supposed to be really windy. So I'm guessing the real feel is going to be below zero. So yeah, let me show you the back quickly, but I'm going to be spending some time in the kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a homemade chocolate cake with the homemade 7-minute frosting. I've never made either one. And for supper I'll be making sweet and sour chicken and a homemade sweet and sour sauce. So I got a lot to do in the kitchen now that it's mid-afternoon, but I also have a couple cards to share with you. Gypsy, leave it. She sees a squirrel. Leave it. She's going down. She's intently focused on that squirrel eating bird food. There went a snowbird flying by. So yeah, I'll have some friend mail to share with you, and I'm expecting just a little bit, a tiny Walmart delivery, so I'll share that with you as well, but that's not going to be here till later on, so I don't know if it'll make it in this video or the next video. So let's take a look at the backyard and see how the trees look, and then I'm going to head in and start baking. Alright everyone, so I'm not going to walk too far out there, but just to show you the snow still on the trees, and it still looks beautiful out there. I was just telling Glenn yesterday, the way the snow is sticking to everything, the trees and everything, it looks like a Hallmark background. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to head in the house now and we'll get to baking. Alright everyone, so I have the chocolate cake mix, or the chocolate cake made, and that's on the cooling rack. I have not made any frostings yet, but I'm going to get the sweet and sour chicken going because the chicken should sit in a little bit of a marinade for about a half hour. So while that's marinating, I'll make the sweet and sour sauce. Alright, so I'm going to get the chicken in here in this bowl. I already cut it up, obviously, as you can see. And this is one good sized chicken breast. Normally I do 2 chicken breasts, and we have plenty for 2 nights, but it's a long time frying them all, so I don't feel like standing there for a long time frying 2 chicken breasts in pieces. So I'm just going to do one, and if it's just enough for tonight, that's fine. Alright, so to this we're going to add a cup of water. And I should have opened these first. We're just going to put some garlic powder, some pepper. Whew. Garlic powder is strong, and some salt. And we're just going to give that a mix in there. I haven't used these bowls in a long time. They're actually Pioneer Woman soup bowls. I have a set of 4. They were gifted to me in friend mail a few years ago. Alright. So we are just going to let this sit there, and I'm going to be back to start making the sauce. Alright everyone, so I am going to make the sweet and sour sauce now. So in the saucepan I already have a cup of sugar and 2.5 tablespoons of cornstarch to thicken it up, and a pinch of salt. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat on to medium. And then I'm going to whisk these together and start adding the liquids, which is 1.5 cups of water, and we have 2.5 tablespoons of vinegar, and 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. I'm going to go ahead and whisk this, and we're going to be adding red food coloring. This particular recipe does not use ketchup, some recipes for sweet and sour sauce do. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding my red food coloring. And it'll darken as it starts heating up. So I've got everything whisked together, so I'm just going to wait for the heat to rise and then occasionally whisk it. And then once it's thickened up, you can turn it off and take it off the burner and let it sit, because as it sits, it's just going to thicken up. And that's all I do for my sweet and sour sauce, and it's really good. I love this sweet and sour sauce. All right, everyone, so you can see how dark the sauce has gotten, and it's basically to a boil now, and I could see it's thickening up. It's been about 6 minutes since I put everything in, and I said I was just going to let it simmer and occasionally whisk it. I whisked it about once or twice maybe, and other than that, it's been cooking on its own. So it looks to be just about done, so I'm going to go ahead and shut the heat off and take it off the stove and let it sit. And it's going to sit while I'm getting the batter made and frying up the chicken. So by that time, it'll be nice and set.